Continuing to episode 4, Rin and Mary are still vying for the position of Nomura's supervisor. They are currently on the rooftop, with Nomura having his lunch, observed by two girls, Mary and Rin. The two girls claim that they are carrying out their duties as the Supreme Five Swords. Nomura, however, is not too concerned about it. What he cares about now is being able to see the underwear of Rin and Mary standing in front of him as the wind is blowing strongly on the rooftop. At the same time, Warabi is seen arriving at the school after returning from her vacation in Hawaii. Warabi is accompanied by her bear, Hubu. From a distance, Warabi sees Rin and Mary chasing Nomura on the rooftop. She is still confused about what is happening there. After conducting research, Warabi finds out that Rin and Mary have become too close to the new transfer student, Nomura. In her opinion, this greatly tarnishes the long-established school tradition. Therefore, Warabi decides to punish Rin and Mary in her own way. At that moment, Warabi only holds a meeting with Satori, and Amu just watches them from a distance. Satori agrees with Warabi's opinion. It turns out that Tsukuyo cannot attend the meeting as she is still in line to buy egg toast. Elsewhere, Warabi has already met with her subordinates, and they begin to implement their plan, namely, the legendary Festival of Blood. Next, in the schoolyard, the students gather, witnessing something horrifying. Nomura is also there, shocked to see Masuko Dera tied to the flagpole. Nomura wants to save Masuko Dera, but Rin blocks his way. Mary, who is also there, senses that something bad is about to happen. They hear someone laughing, and it turns out to be Warabi standing on the rooftop, looking their direction. She states that Mary, Rin, and Nomura have tarnished the school's reputation, and Warabi has no choice but to do this, the legendary Festival of Blood, the sports death devil, with Nomura as the main target. Nomura finds it uninteresting and casually asks why she did something cruel to Masuko Dera. Warabi answers that Masuko Dera was smuggling goods into the school. Nomura then remembers the cake he ordered for Masuko Dera. Warabi continues, saying that if Nomura wants to save Masuko Dera, he has to participate in the event and complete it. Warabi will also give him her stamp. Nomura becomes interested because of that. Rin and Mary then ask why Warabi is doing all of this. Warabi says that it is something agreed upon in the Supreme Five Swords meeting. Rin and Mary look very surprised. However, suddenly, Warabi calls her three guards. The water in the pool behind the students suddenly overflows, and instantly all the students disappear, except for Nomura, Mary, and Rin. Then Warabi's three guards arrive at the scene. They are Tsunemi, Kinyu, and Nico. They are all in their third year, meaning they are one level above Nomura, Rin, and Mary. Moreover, they show a decision letter signed by Warabi and Satori. It is a letter that requires Mary and Rin to participate in the festival, and their opponents are the three guards of Warabi. Rin and Mary are shocked. It turns out Warabi planned this behind their backs. Warabi responds that Rin and Mary have become too intimate with Nomura, even showing affection, so they don't need permission from all Supreme Five Swords members to get rid of them. With a red face, Rin and Mary say it's all a misunderstanding. They were just doing their duty to supervise Nomura. Warabi feels that their behavior is embarrassing, so she immediately starts the festival. The first game they had to play was a sumo match. Nomura was very impressed, seeing the sumo ring prepared by Warabi, as it was well made. Rin immediately flicked Nomura's ear and said it wasn't the time to be impressed because they were going to give their all in the first round. After all, Warabi herself would join the game in the end, making it very challenging to win. Nomura asked what games they had played before. Rin answered that the most tragic one was the bucket relay game. The target was set on fire, and the one carrying the bucket had to chase and pour gasoline on it. The result was a tragedy. Half of the school building caught fire. Nomura suggested they do something about Warabi first. However, suddenly Warabi's three guards threw a cloth at each of them. It turned out to be a mawashi, a sumo belt. They were told to put it on. Warabi's three guards said they could wear it over their bloomers and jerseys. Nomura nonchalantly began to take off his pants, and of course wearing a sumo belt was embarrassing for Mary and Rin. Unexpectedly, Joka and Nano ran towards them and started attacking Tsunemi, Kinyu, and Nico. But unexpectedly, Warabi's three guards had decent fighting abilities, so Nono and Shoka were easily subdued. Of course, this made Mary and Rin angry, and they pointed their swords at Kinyu and Tsunemi. Rin explained to Nono and Shoka that the decision of the meeting was final, so they had to do it. But Rin and Mary would remember this, promising to get revenge because they had hurt their cute little siblings. While they argued, Nomura suddenly appeared with the mawashi already on him. It turned out he could put it on by himself. Mary and Rin patted Nomura on the shoulder, asking for his help to put on the mawashi for them. First, Rin was the one who got the mawashi put on. Rin reluctantly had to go through with it. Nomura started putting on the mawashi quite tightly. Rin, with a red face, endured her embarrassment. Meanwhile, Mary could only watch them, and just witnessing them doing that made Mary feel embarrassed too. Finally, the mawashi was successfully worn by Rin. Next, Nomura wanted to put it on Mary, but Mary refused. She only wanted Rin to put on the mawashi for her. Rin didn't want to suffer alone. She said she had forgotten how to put it on. So Nomura put the mawashi on Mary. After it was on, Mary still complained. She said that when Nomura put the mawashi on her, it happened very quickly, while when she put it on Rin, it seemed to take a long time, and Rin seemed to enjoy it. It turned out the match was broadcasted throughout the school on TV screens and speakers. Of course, Rin and Mary felt very embarrassed being in the spotlight, wearing what they considered very embarrassing clothes. Nomura confidently stepped onto the sumo ring and challenged Warabi's 3 guards onto the ring as well. But Nomura only realized that the 3 of them weren't wearing mawashi. Then Tsunemi explained that their opponents were already inside the ring. Nomura was confused because there was no one else there except him. But suddenly, a voice came from the roof of the ring. Unexpectedly, a large bear descended from the roof, surprising everyone. The bear looked very fierce, and it was also wearing a mawashi. Rin and Mary protested because their opponents were not humans but an animal. Warabi just said that if any of them could defeat the bear named Kubo, they would be declared the winner. Nomura felt challenged to do it. He said that since he had his hair lowered, he had never lost in a sumo match. The 2 of them faced each other in the ring, ready for the sumo match. In his heart, Nomura actually wanted to just go home, but he was a man who wouldn't run away from a sporting challenge like this. Nomura immediately moved forward, performing a tackle against Kubo. Nomura had a hold of Kubo's stomach, and Mary and Rin thought he would release the spirit bullet as usual. As Nomura anticipated, it wasn't as easy as imagined. Although pushed, the attack didn't have much effect on Kubo. Nomura dodged to the side, and with his left hand he unleashed his secret move, the magic bullet, right on Kubo's back. However, it wasn't enough to disable the bear. The attack only made Kubo angry, and he began launching attacks with his large hands. Fortunately, Nomura managed to avoid them, then he kicked Kubo's legs, knowing that the bear struggled to stand on 2 legs since bears are accustomed to walking on all 4s. Quickly, Nomura found himself behind Kubo, and with both hands, he grabbed the mawashi Kubo was wearing, lifting Kubo up as if he was going to throw him out of the ring. Everyone watching was amazed at Nomura's strength. Nomura said he could do it because since he was a child, he had been wrestling sumo against adults. Nomura stated that he would keep fighting because someone had involved innocent people and hurt them. Moreover, that someone had also humiliated 2 people on Nomura's side. Mary and Rin felt impressed by Nomura's determination and care. Nomura also mentioned that if he won, he would make everyone wear the mawashi. Nomura began to walk to throw Kubo out of the ring, but he felt something on Kubo's mawashi. He then lowered Kubo right at the inner edge of the ring. Everyone was confused. Then Nomura asked, who put the mawashi on Kubo? Warabi's 3 guards couldn't answer. They thought Nomura might just protest. However, Nomura said he wanted to thank them because it led to his victory. At the same time, Kubo's mawashi came off. Rin predicted that when Nomura lowered Kubo, he also simultaneously removed Kubo's mawashi. Kubo lost because his mawashi had come off, and in sumo rules, it's called fujomake or moradashi. Rin and Mary looked very happy with Nomura's victory. Nomura stepped down from the ring and tried to encourage Mary and Rin to keep winning like that during the upcoming matches. With a bit of shyness, Rin and Mary agreed. Warabi, still shocked and unwilling to accept her defeat, felt very weak and fell from the platform where she stood. Fortunately, there were 2 people below who caught her. Then, in her anger, she ordered everyone to change clothes and told all students to get in. They had to prepare for the Red Pepper Tower shift. Warabi, grabbing her sword, declared that the game was over, and now it was war.